Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Featherhoof, and today we are playing the Stanley Parable, a game I was inundated to play by several people after I played the Beginner's Guide. They were like, dude, you like the Beginner's Guide, right? Yeah, we liked watching you play that. We want to see you play the Stanley Parable. When will you play the Stanley Parable? To which I told them, I was like, okay, look, I just did a cerebral game. I want to back off. I want to play other things, and I'll come back. And what sort of happened is new thing after new thing came out, and I was playing a lot of new games. And finally, I think I've gotten to that point where there's a big enough gap that I want to start playing the Stanley Parable. I know next to nothing about this game, except for from what the people who asked me to play it told me, that it was a lot like the Beginner's Guide, and that it was cerebral, it was sort of a walking simulator, and I tried not to look up anything, but by looking up the wiki, the first thing I saw was it has like a bajillion endings. I think there was like 17, 16 endings. There's like a bunch of endings. So that's the extent of my knowledge. That's the extent of my knowledge of the Stanley Parable. I'm digging this title screen here. We got the, Inception thing here. We got computerception going on here. And, I guess I don't have much to say other than if this is anything like the Beginner's Guide, we're going to have a good, fun couple of episodes. Let's jump right on in. Let's hope it's not as, depressing as the Beginner's Guide, because the Beginner's Guide got kind of depressing there at the end. Let's hope it doesn't go that cerebral, but let's hope we have a good time. Begin the game! End is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
No, my name is Featherhoof.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh, he didn't have a name at the company. He was just employee 427.
His job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427
and
pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Hey, I do that every day.
Him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did.
What a shitty job.
Day of every month of every year.
But what does it pay?
Others might have considered it soul-rending. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made
Stanley's weird
for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley's very weird.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
He sat there for an hour?
To give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
What is he, in the Langoliers?
Wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Huh. Okay, I can do that. Is this sort of like, Dr. Langaskov, the Tiger, and the Jewel, or whatever the hell that game was, where it's like the narrator just is telling you what to do the whole time? Alright, I left my office now. Close the door. There we go. Gotta be polite. Always close doors. And then try to open other people's doors.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
It means that the Bandersnatch ate them all.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, is the narrator telling me what I'm doing or telling me what to do? Experimentation is required. We're supposed to be going to a meeting room. Where is the meeting room? Oh, what's this? Username access. Oh, I pushed a button. I'm turning off all their computers. Don't want to be wasting power. God, these wasteful people. You think the company's just made of money? And they can just leave their computers on. Hello? I'm looking for Bob from accounting. Is he around anywhere?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I? Did I do such a thing? I will do such a thing. What's the point of all these doors and rooms if I can't go in any of them? Hello? Susan? Barry? Angela? Is that
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
tips for not getting fired?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
And while we're there, we'll ask him for a raise. Okay, I wonder if this is like all kinds of stuff I need to be paying attention to. There's like little hints and clues at something. And I feel like this is something I should be like looking at. Like there has to be like some kind of thing. What do people want? We want food, money, power, and women. Even women want women. That's what all people want. I mean, women will say, "Well, I'm not a lesbian. I don't want another woman." Yes, they do. All women want women. All people want women because they are sexy and awesome and beautiful. You know, all the things that men are not. I suppose we have to go keep looking for our peoples. Oh. Don't close the door on broom closet. Hello, broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I will be the judge of that. There's duct tape? He says there's nothing here. Duct tape is very important.
Nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
There's
just
duct
an
tape.
Empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Oh, what the hell's the name of that series?
It was baffling that Stanley was still
Shut up, I'm trying to think.
Closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fucking anything? How long can I keep this going?
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me
because you keep talking and it's funny.
I'm genuinely confused.
Because if you keep talking, I keep getting a laugh. So say something else. Because I want to antagonize you at this point.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even.
But there was
because literally
there was a big door that said broom closet. I wanted to see what was in there.
No significance to the story whatsoever.
I tend to disagree. I tend to disagree because I think it is significant because you are saying funny things.
Maybe to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?
Is the broom closet ending?
Ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Is he done?
Stanley was fat and ugly.
Oh, he's not.
Really stupid. He probably got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wow. I did not know that about myself.
Well, I
learn something new every day.
Conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
What?
Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person
I can't pretend to be dead. This is too funny.
And filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Oh my god! Okay, okay, that was the best thing ever. I'm enjoying this game so much right now. If this is what we're in store for, I can't wait to keep going. Even though you guys gotta give me a second, I think I smudged my own glasses when I put my hand up to my face, inserting jump cut. Okay, and I'm back. Okay, still laughing about that.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, and we'll go get that raise we were off, that we're so determined to get. Damn! The boss's floor is swanky. Jesus. Ooh, ooh, let me in the bathroom. Let me in the bathroom. Oh, I can't go into a bathroom. Anything important? Is this the boss's room, or is... He wasn't here. Nothing!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
845.
But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
you told me to do it.
To input the correct
well, he didn't tell me to do it, did he?
By sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm literally confused. This is weird. And beep. Okay. I don't know how long this game is. So if it's like a short game, I'm gonna like go back through it and like just fuck with the narrator guy, doing different things, doing that stuff he doesn't want me to do. I want to see what that does. But first playthrough, we're gonna follow his orders.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring
as if a mind,
as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Why do I have a feeling that they're trying to make some kind of, I don't know, metaphor or analogy for something?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's see, it says escape. That's funny, you know, because the word is spelled exactly like the word escape. Let's just do what he says, just for this first time. Hello! This is a bright idea.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
So it did.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Is there a Burger King here? That's what I want to know. Because, you know, all this walking around and being scared because no one else is around has made me kind of hungry for a Whopper. Hello? Oh, I thought I saw something. I wish I could zoom in on some of these papers or pick them up. So I want to see what they say, if anything at all.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Ooh. Each bore the
Fire.
number
Who was
of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
But where's ours? Did you guys see 427? I must have missed it. And nobody's here. Oh! 427. There's my cubicle over there. There's a little room. I see it. It's empty now because we're not currently there. But I just wanted to find it.
This
now, if only I can find that Burger King.
Facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was...
I'm under no one's control, damn it!
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Even though technically I'm being told what to do, aren't I?
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Something tells me you're about to tell me yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad.
I don't see that.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Unless I wielded the power. I would like to wield the power. Okay, so what do I do? How do I dismantle the controls? Is it the big red button? What do I do? Game? You're telling me what everything else to do? Facility power. Do I have to destroy the power, or do I... What if I push the big red button? What happens if I push the big red button? I do love big red buttons after all. Nothing! Yay! 5. What's 5 mean? Nothing! A lot of nothing. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Stephanie! Number 5 needs input! More input!
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I can see how this game has a lot of branching paths that lead to like 17 different endings. I think I've counted 5 so far, at least. What happened? The screen is black. Hello? I hear music.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Am I dead?
Yes. He had won. He
Won
had
what?
defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Good question.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Two good questions.
What mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized
should I be moving?
this mattered to him.
Oh, I can move.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his
I do like
goal had
happiness.
not been to understand, but to let go. No
What's this, the
longer would
Truman
anyone
Show?
tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Well, if I don't see you... What was it? Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Or something to that effect. For all you fans of The Truman Show out there. Bye!
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way,
Why does it look like Minecraft?
right now, that things
Sort
were
of.
meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Ah. I do love happy. Happy is a good thing to be. Oh, I beat the game. Yay for achievement. Hello, we're back at our office. Wait. What happened? I thought we were happy. Why are we back here?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, start it over!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh! Okay, so every time you get an ending, it just bamps you back to the beginning. Okay, I can... Oh, hello. Awaiting input. Input received. Okay, I don't know what else to do. Huh. That was different. Are these doors open now?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This
Fuck
was
you,
not the
narrator
correct
voice.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And maybe get some of my lunch. You know, I brought some Burger King with me now that I remember. Gotta go get that. I mean, I don't know if I have enough time to heat it up in the microwave before the meeting, but you know what? Whoppers are good cold. I can eat a cold Whopper.
Yes,
well, good.
Room worth
They're edible.
admiring. It had really been worth the detour.
Cold drinks!
Just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
I can duck.
constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Something tells me that input thing, is it input accepted, is important.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I thought so. Wait. Does he say anything else? Is this like the broom closet? Come on, what you gotta say, Bo?
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's
Hey!
possible that this is why everyone left.
Okay, now that's mean. That is a mean. I didn't like that.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Really? I want to see what that message is. Okay, game, what message you got for me? Okay, I think it's out of messages. Oop. There we go. And I don't see the refrigerator that I left my Burger King in, so, I guess my BK Whopper will have to wait.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Ooh, what is... I want to completely disobey him on this one. Like, I know that you can go left, right, do all kinds of paths. I want to completely disobey the voice on this one.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Stop with all the lying. Stop with all the downloading. Help computer. Okay. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Okay. Whee! Plonk.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
I just hit
Stanley leapt
something
from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yay!
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you! Thank you, everyone, for giving me the confidence in myself to start back at the beginning. Okay! Well, tell you guys what. We'll get back to that point. We're gonna disobey the narrator properly next time in the next episode. Because I gotta end this one here. I gotta say, this is an interesting game. I have a feeling they're trying to make a point, but don't tell me what it is yet. No comments. Wait. Unless you have Burger King. Do you have Burger King? If you do, then you can come here to this point in time right now and tell me, as long as I get an original chicken sandwich. Okay. Okay, no one walked through the door or bamfed into my room with some Burger King. So that means no one's allowed to tell me what the point they're trying to make is yet, if indeed there is a point. For now, however, we will dive deeper into this in the next episode. If you're enjoying this so far, please let me know with a like, comment, subscribe, share it, or you can click on the annotations for other videos I've done. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.